Well, we really don't know how children get autism. Right now, there's a lot of theories out there, and there's a lot of scientists and doctors and researchers doing research projects. But we don't really know exactly how they get it. What we know is autism is not contagious, like a cold or a flu. You can't catch it from somebody. It's not a germ you can pick up, so there's no way you can get it from somebody else.
Why did you want to become an autism support teacher?
Well, I had another job where I worked with children with autism once a week, but I really wanted some more interaction with the children and wanted to spend more time with them, so I chose school so I could teach them all day long.
How come your kids learn differently than other kids?
Well, autism affects part of their brains and how they learn. It's kind of like a computer. Their wires are a little crossed, so they need to learn things a little differently. They can still learn a lot, but they need to learn it at a different pace and in a different way.
Do you teach your kids at a certain level, or do you teach them by their grades?
Learn at their own level by their strengths and their needs. We do some testing to find out what they're good at and what they need to learn, and then we teach them at that level.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Hi, and I'm Jordan, and today we have Mrs. P and Kennedy. And Mrs. P, can we ask you any questions about the daily schedule?
Sure, absolutely. You can ask me anything you want.
Thank you. Our first question is that in your daily schedule, how do you show the activity? What activities do you do there in the daily schedule?
Our daily schedule has activities for each child, so it's different for every student. Some of the students have things called probes, which is basically a daily quiz to see what they remember from the day before. Some of the children are working on academics like you are, math, reading, writing, spelling. Some of the children do something called sensory. They bounce on a ball or swing to kind of calm themselves down. And some children do something called manding, which is requesting. We're teaching them how to talk. So every schedule is different every day for each child.
Thank you. Now I'm going to have a question from Kennedy. Does it ever get chaotic in your daily schedule? And if it does, how do you fix it?
The daily schedule does get chaotic sometimes. So what we do is we do one of two things. We can either stop, take a deep breath, and regroup and go back to what we were doing. Or sometimes if it's really chaotic, we stop it, throw the schedule out, and play a game, or do a craft, read a story, or do something totally different to get us away from the chaos and kind of get regrouped.
Thank you. And another question. The schedule, how long does it last?
Each work session is 20 minutes. So we have 8 sessions here, but then we also have several others that aren't listed, like recess, lunch, snack, and quiet time. So each session lasts 20 minutes.
Thank you. Now we're going to have another question from Kennedy. How do you reward the kids for doing a good job?
Each child is rewarded by something they like. Some of the children get little pieces of food or candy. Some of them get sticker systems. And some children get hugs and tickles and high fives.
Cool. And this is my last question from me. In your daily schedule, how do you show it to them?
Well, we don't show it to all of the children. It's more for the adults to know what they're doing. Some of the children can read, and they come up and they read their own schedule. And some of them can't, so we kind of do it for them.
Thank you. Here's our last question from Kennedy. How many things do you have altogether?
We have 8 to 9 actual work sessions, but then we have 4 to 5 other things that aren't listed. Like I said before, we have lunch and recess and snack and quiet time and group times and crafts. So we normally have about 12 to 14 activities we do each day.
Thank you. That's it for now.
I am what is called a TSS, a therapeutic support staff. And the way that I interact with my little guy, with Jay, is I deal with behaviors, with verbal behaviors and aggression. So if he's yelling, if he's biting, if he's kicking, that all comes back on me. And I have to implement the plan that my boss, the behavior specialist, she gives me the plan that says we have to work on this and this and this, and then I have to work on it.
Which kids do you work with?
I work with all 7 kids.
What do you do?
Some of them I read with, and we work on reading. Some of them I work on motor skills, trying to put things together or sort things.
What do you do with your kids and why do you do it?
As an occupational therapist, I work with kids' hands. We work on handwriting and we build up the muscles in their hands.
And also, how do you feel about being an occupational therapist?
This is my first year working here at Roundtown and I really love it. You guys are great.
Do all the kids have speech therapy?
Yes, well, 6 out of the 7, so almost all of them.
How many kids do you work with and how do you work with them?
I work with 6 that are in Mrs. Peterson's class and then 1 that is in a regular education classroom. And I work with them 2 to 3 times a week for about 20 minutes each day.
Thomas has been doing a one-on-one station with Miss McFall. He's working on labeling things and answering questions. Right now he's using reinforcement of bubbles with something he likes and enjoys as a reward for all of his hard work.
Okay, so you should have stopped. You got your food out. Okay. That's the dime.
Aiden is working on academics like math, reading, and kid writing. Right now he's working on a money worksheet with Mrs. Chubb, learning how to add change. Michael is working on identifying objects, and when objects are held up to him, he will point to them in various items. Mrs. Peterson is holding things and then giving him lots of hugs and tickles and pats because that's what Michael likes to work for. Those are his greatest rewards.
Thomas and Julian are doing Raz Kids.
Keon spends his time in kindergarten, where he takes part in morning meeting and academic activities.